Hello there and welcome to another Coffee with Colin, and thanks for tuning in. This week I'm coming to you from the beautiful surroundings of Bewley's Cafe on Grafton Street in Dublin. Delighted to be back here. I had the privilege of carrying the torch here as general manager in the early 1990s, and it's just so wonderful to be back and see it open again. And it got me thinking about some of the things that we need to learn in business. Over the last number of months we've spoken about the three elements that we all need to have a sustainable business. We need a good brand, we need great systems, we need even better people. And if we have all those three combined together, well then you and I can have good sustainable businesses. A further one has come to mind since I've revisited Bewley's in Grafton Street, because Bewley's, the beautiful old woman that she is on Grafton Street, is 90 years old this year, opened in 1927, and this is 2017, so 90 years old today, and a grand old dame. One of the things that's very interesting is she has been on life support at various times during her life so far, and the cafe has had to close at several junctures, and it's just recently reopened after 2.5 years of closure and reimagining and refurbishing. And I think that's really interesting, because it's all very well that we have a good brand and great systems and even better people, but we have to keep constantly reimagining our businesses, because if we don't, let's just think of our own businesses for a moment. How will they survive the next 90 years as Bewley's has done? And Bewley's has managed to reimagine itself multiple times over those 90 years. Almost every generation has had to regroup and rethink what it's about, and yet come back and quintessentially be the same that she always was, but different, if that makes sense, to cater for the new emerging demands. And you and I need to do that. One of my colleagues in Carambola, Paddy Curley, often talks about the fact that we in Carambola need to obsolete our own product before somebody else does. Same with Bewley's Cafe. Bewley's Cafe has got to continue to reinvent itself to remain relevant in the marketplace, and that's why Paddy Campbell, who's chairman of the board, the flame keeper as I call him, because he's managed to keep this institution alive, he was brave enough to recommend to the board that they shut the place down, pull the shutters down for 2.5 years to reimagine and reinvent. And despite the €12 million reinvestment in the place, I met a man today who said, what's changed? It doesn't look any different. I think there's great skill in that, to come in and spend €12 million on upgrading and refurbishing, and at the same time retain the character. So some of the lessons that I'm learning from my return visit are that yes, we do need a good brand for sure, and we need great systems for sure, and we need even better people for sure to implement those great systems in the context of the good brand. But we also need to have the guts and the foresight to realise that our business isn't sustainable in the long term unless we reinvent, unless we remain relevant. So hats off to Paddy Campbell and the board, and to all the people at Bewley's for having the foresight and the guts then to pull the shutter down and keep those shutters down for 2.5 years while they reinvented and reimagined and then reopened what is a beautiful, beautiful reimagining of Bewley's Cafe on Grafton Street.
I've been north and I've been south, I've been east and west, I've been like a rolling stone. But there's one place on this earth that I love the best, just a little spot I call my own. Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll in Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, no need to hurry, you're a king and the lady's a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. If you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer morning.
And thank you for joining me for this week's Coffee with Colin from Bewley's of Grafton Street. And if you've enjoyed it and you think somebody else would benefit, I'd be delighted if you'd pass the link on. If it's your first time here and you'd think you'd like more of this type of stuff, well then go to the homepage, ColinO'BrienMotivation.com, leave me some details and we'll make sure you get a link like this on a weekly basis. Most importantly, please consider what's been shared here today about brand, about systems, about people and about reinvention, and apply that into your thinking for the next week. And equally as importantly, please come back next week and share another coffee together. Meantime, get some good R&R, get some good coffee if you can, get some fresh air. If you spend a lot of time alone during the week, I recommend get together with people. If you spend a lot of time with people during the week, I recommend that you spend a little time alone. And then when the time is right, and only when the time is right, get your head back in the game, get organised for the week ahead, and make next week count. We'll see you here this time next week. Take care. I love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
I've been here and I've been there, I've sought the rainbow's end, but no crock of gold I've found. Still I know that come what will, whatever fate may send, here my feet are firm on friendly ground. Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll in Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, no need to hurry. You're a king and the lady's a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. If you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer morning. If you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer morning.